You're tuning into Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, coming at you with another video. Yeah, there's been over the years a lot of crash out videos from men and also from ladies. I mean, serious crash outs. And we often see a crash out, I would say, more likely you might run into one from particular people on the internet, probably about 2 times out of the year. You see some burnouts, you see some crash outs, and it makes you know that people have things they have to work on because each and every person does it in a different way. And sometimes you could tell something ain't right. Sometimes you could tell something is up. I mean, it doesn't take that long to figure it out because people try their best to hide it. And I can tell you that, I seen it and it was wild to see guys and ladies crash out literally. And it could take a toll on you. And if you're not careful and, you know, look at it and get some things, serious, because people supposed to pull you to the side when they see you. What happened, BX? He says the former CEO of YouTube has died. When she passed away. When she passed away. Yesterday? Okay, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna do a video about it. At what age? At what age she died at? Because the people gonna do numerology on her. For the numerology folks out there, 56, okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna look at the numerology video, see what they talking about. Cause I mean, man, you on it, man. You on it, BX. You be on a lot of things when it comes to, the internet, certain world news and stuff like that. 56, it's very young. Very young. And today's what date? Let me see what today's date. So she died on the 9th. She died on the 9th. 9/11, emergency, emergency. Because if she died on the 9th and 5 plus 6 is 11, that's 911. That's an emergency. So I have to look into what happened because she died on an emergency time span. She died 5 plus 6 is 11. She died on the 9th. The 9th turns into a 6. The 5 represents money. Man, whew. I gotta see what's the cause of what they say of what happened, and then I'm gonna look into who was the last person. I mean, it's a lot go with that. Did she say anything? Did she say anything in her last? Do any last videos of her? You know about BX? If you do, send it to my email. You have my email, send it to me. If it's any last video, she talk about technology. Did she talk about anything with the internet? I know she helped out 2 YouTubers. Woody Mayor, she helped Woody Mayor. She gave a check to Woody Mayor. And there was another YouTuber she gave a check to. I can't remember who it was. It's not from America. It was Woody Mayor and somebody from Japan or Europe. She helped out before she stepped down as CEO. Mm. It's very serious. Very, very serious. 9/11 emergency. And then it's been a lot of stuff been going on with the internet. I don't know if you've been paying attention. Computers, stream yards, certain things that we use be having a lot of malfunction. Computer issues, things to where people say they things shut off automatically on the internet. It's a lot of stuff going on. That's why you got to be mindful of what you know. With the internet, anything doesn't surprise me. So getting back to the topic, how many crash outs have you seen? You, the viewers, how many crash outs have you seen so far this year? I've seen, I would say, four four crash outs. One recently with the set individual a few days ago. Another crash out, I would say about 4 months ago, I saw. And then in the 4 months, I would say I seen three crash outs. And then this one recently, I seen four crash outs. Two from ladies, two from guys. Yeah, that's about right. Two from guys, two from ladies. Man, these crash outs, what it shows you as a viewer, that sometimes the content creator you watch goes through so much that sometimes they need to relax from the internet. They need to take a chill pill. They need to go outside, rejuvenate. Because when you view a content creator, you always think they're happy. You think they're in good, smiling. It's all a show until you actually meet them and you could see what's really going on. And at the same time, you heard it from even people that were in the industry. They went through a lot. So there's a lot of content creators that go through a lot. Yet when they come on the camera, you thinking, man, they look happy. They look well put together. It's not always the case. People go through things behind the scene. They just know how to make it to as it don't affect what they do on the internet. So when you're viewing them, just understand sometimes somebody goes through stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Heavy, heavy stuff. And so when they don't meet certain requirements, they don't meet this and that. And then, I would not egg on people when they are crashing out. It's not good to egg on people. I know people love to see people go burn out, go crazy. They get a kick out of it. At the same time, if you really care about that person, you would tell them, hey, you should not even be on the internet. You should go somewhere, be to yourself, face whatever you're dealing with, because it doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. And we often see it with content creators. They get upset, they lose their mind. Hold on one second. They lose their mind of what they're dealing with, what's going on in their life. They absolutely lose their mind. Like, no joke. They lose their mind. They wonder what happened to them. You get what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Moving my thing. I gotta charge this phone. Hold on a second, y'all. If you can hear me, put a 5 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, put a 5 in the chat so that we know, so that I know that you hearing me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, put a 5 in the chat. Yeah, so like when you crash out, it takes time for you to get back to your usual self. And that's when you need to just take a day or more off the internet, go to nature, have that conversation with the Lord or whatever y'all believe in, and have that conversation. Because me being a content creator, I could tell you it takes a lot to do content. It takes a lot to come up with some stuff because it's very competitive. And as a viewer, you are here to learn something, or you here to see the entertainment, or you here to see the effery, whatever the case may be, whatever you decide to watch, right? That's your decision. As a content creator, you have to be cognizant, and it could it could really mess you up more than anything. It could really mess you up when you crash out on somebody you deal with, somebody you're supposed to be cool with, or seemingly cool with, however the case may be. I mean, you could literally lose out on a lot of opportunities because of your decision making. You know what I'm saying? And so called black men in particular, you can't talk about what the ladies is doing wrong and how they going about certain things when they crash out, when you crashing out yourself, all in all, and you holding something inside. That's the thing with, so-called black men in particular, hold things inside. If you got an issue with somebody, let them know what the issue is and just let it be and move on with your life. I mean, because at the end of the day, the people are gonna make up their mind about you. And I realized that myself, being slandered, you know, I didn't go back and forth with these particular individuals, you know what I'm saying? Because they already have their mindset on what they think I am. And so to go back and forth is a waste of time. I will defend myself. However, no matter what I say, they already made up their mind. So when you know a person already made up their mind about you, you want to make sure with the Most High that you have a strange, not no strange relationship with him. You have a relationship with him like, I already know, Father. They already made their mind. I'm gonna do what I still gotta do for you. No matter what they say, you know us better than we know ourselves. So that's how I look at the situation. And that's when you have to just be the better person. And then as times wave, when it was supposed to wave, people will see what they need to see and get the answer. Another thing, as a content creator, you can't force people to do something they don't want to do. And this set individual have to learn that, because when he came on the panel and I was listening to Born Israelite, you know, I was listening to his video, he made some astonishing points. He prophesied what would happen. He didn't realize at the time the spirit was moving through him. And see, you can't. I always say you can't force people to do something they don't want to do. And when you are trying to do something big, and I learned this by running a business, not everybody's going to be on the same page. Not everybody's going to agree. And that's okay. Because he mentioned Job, how Job, had people came to him and, said what he said. And it's true. People going to say things you may not like. You just listen to what they're saying. Try to be the bigger person. And, when I was over by Soul and I was going in on AP saying what I said about him, and we're going back and forth, it's like anybody could be in that situation and their life could change. So, sometimes you get in the heat of the moment, you're gonna say what you say it's like you never know a person that's in a high level, you know, could definitely, if they're not careful, be serving someone who you think less of. And that's why I'm glad that I had that conversation with Don Cadito because you never know. I try not to sleep on anybody, because a lot of people sleep on people, oh, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. You're a nobody. To the people, you may not be a nobody. To the Lord, you somebody. And He could put it right in front of their face that He can make something happen for you that they cannot do nothing about. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when your audience decides to support, they'll support. If they don't, and the Lord put it in them to where they're supposed to support and they don't support, let Him deal with them and their consequence. Just continue to, do your message. Those who rock with you will rock with you. Those who don't. That's just what it is, you know. And so people crash out because they go through so much they can't. Instead of them just, you know, let it out, decompress from the internet, decompress from anybody, or have a conversation with somebody and then just sporadically go into a different mode, that's not good. It's not good at all. And so it's like what Don said, like it's true, man, because people gonna have to have a view of you regardless. You can't change their view. You just gotta do what you gotta do. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So yeah, I'm just telling y'all, man, on this Sabbath day, have this conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because almost every content creator had a crash out. And it's different crash outs, you know what I'm saying? And it does happen. It happens a lot. It happens a lot more than you could chew for. And when it happens, you shouldn't be surprised. I'm not shocked about anything I see because when you in a known and you can pick up on certain things that the Lord gives you to see, and you like, Dad, you didn't really want it to happen, yet you have to speak because your hands is clean at the end of the day. So had I not say anything, then it's like I'm agreeing with what's going on. The Lord, like, when you speak on this, people are gonna, say what they're gonna say. Let them say what they're gonna say. And then when it happens, they're gonna have to recognize where the message came from. You get what I'm saying? So like me going against my own jurisdiction is what caused me to be in the situation I'm in. What I mean by that is dealing with, particular chicks in certain states, and I know how these states are, and what do I do? Make it happen, and it cost me at the time. So don't ever go against your word. You know what I'm saying? as a man, don't ever go against your word because it could use against you. No matter what field you in, whether you're a cleaner, whether you're in IT, whether you're in government, whether you make six figures or not, when you say something, stick to it. Because if you don't, these things will start appealing and say, "Oh, he's not serious what he say. We got him," and they could get you. You know. So always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. So nobody else have anything they want to add on to the conversation? I'm surprised the chat is very quiet. We got a lot of people eyeing. Probably people that used to watch my channel is eyeing too. It wouldn't surprise me, it would not surprise me at all. And what I see from this is, fellas and ladies, don't let nothing surprise you when it comes to whoever you choose to watch. My best advice is, if you really care for the person and you have their personal information, you should reach out to them and say, "Hey, man," or be in the chat like, "Yo, this is not good for business. It's not good at all." If you got an issue with somebody, it's one thing, you know. At the same time, like crashing out, man, that's crazy. And like I stated earlier, for those who's tuning in, so far this year that I know of, two guys crashed out and two ladies crashed out. And the three crash outs were 4 months ago, and the other crash out was recently, a few days ago. And people will take the situation as 291 would say, in the streets. And we don't want that to happen. And this is the reason why, as a listener, if you have discernment, you be like, "Hey, this ain't worth it. It's not worth it." You say what you say, the other person said what they say. You, the viewer, cause see, what I'm gonna say this, for mods and other, for the content creators that they watch, you have a duty to make sure that the chat is clean. And I see mods in particular, and this is the truth, amp up the situation to whereas now the trolls and other folks think it's okay to amp up the situation. That's why periodically, as a content creator, you have to check your mods. You have to check your mods respectfully. Even if they support you, you have to check them, because mods can instigate the chat, and the chat and the mod is instant. It doesn't matter whose channel it is, even my channel. If I see that there's some instigating going on, I'm going to have a conversation with the mod in the chat, because if you want things to be orchestrated, people going to speak their mind. At the same time, you as a mod supposed to know better. And see, it mostly be ladies and some of the men. You know what I'm saying? And hey, we have seen it in many channels. And that could cause you, as a content creator, to lose business in a long haul. So that's why people say things that a viewer be like, I thought about supporting this person, yet they don't have they don't have people knowing what needs to be done. And that could ricochet your channel for real. It could ricochet your channel. And now instead of you having people with sense in your chat, now you having more messier people in your chat because the mods or the people that is members, whatever the case may be, could you could get the views, you'll get the views and stuff. It's just that it's more to it than views. Well, I realized with YouTube, there's people with a lot of views and still they're not seeing the progress. You get what I'm saying? You want to see the progress because there's people that don't barely get any views and they got other stuff going on. They're okay. So to me, the views help, the likes help, the comments help, the interaction helps. Yeah, if you want the actual support to come in without you saying it, you gotta have your chat on point. Everybody's gotta be on point. And once that happens, that's when you can have a big super chat party, which I was in one already before. Actually, I was in two big super chat parties. And I was in one big Cash App party. Why? Because everything was flowing. There wasn't no drama. Everybody having a good time. And all of a sudden, it seemed like I got BS in the building. I have a question for him if he's still listening. I want him, because he's a viewer. He be on people's panels. I notice when the channel is fun and flowing, sometimes you get support, sometimes you don't. The point is, when the channel flows and everybody having a good time, people support heavy or support what they have. People be thinking drama you can get a lot of money. No, I beg to differ. You get money, yet when people see more fun, particularly with our people, when they see everybody having a good time, having a good discussion, breaking down stuff, that's when you get the support without even thinking about the support. You can't force the support. And when you don't think about the support, it comes. It comes when you least expect it. You like, wow, I didn't expect this support to come. That's because they see the flow. They see you having fun. They see you all right. So they now say, I'm obligated to support this particular channel. And another thing is, don't ever stop somebody because you're not cool with them. This is the problem I have with content creators. I don't want you to stop supporting whoever you want to support. That's your decision. And what's happening is we get to a point that we like, Dad, man, this person is getting more support. So I need to pounce on the person, or the other person needs to pounce on you just to get some cash app and super chats. Okay, that's how you want to do things. That's how you want to do things. Me personally, those same people could switch up on you. It happened to me. It happened to me. People were supporting me and they switch up. It is what it is, and that lets me know that they wasn't rocking with me from the get go. Because if you rocking with me, you will look into the whole situation and let it pan out. I'm just saying. And so you can have a bunch of people support you, and the minute they think of you, they'll stop supporting you. So it wasn't really support. It's a cliche. It's a lot of cliche goes on, you know? And so That's why I said trending. I ain't got listen trending. I ain't got no issues with you trending. I ain't got no issues with you. I know you said things about me in set individuals channels. I got no issues with you. I got no issues with you. Have at it. You already have your stigma about me. Have at it. I got no issues with you. I got no issues with nobody in these other channels. I want people to make money. I want people to be happy. Have at it. I'm not crying. What I'm crying about? I'm not. I'm not. And why would you put the man's channel? Why would you put the name of the man's channel? See, this is the things I tell you guys. Why would you do that? I don't have no issues with him. I have no issues with him. This is why I'm saying the viewers be thinking, oh no. What I said is because I knew the man. I want to see the man get his thing so he could do his driving. I'm pushing him to do what he needs to do. That's all I'm saying. I got no issues of what he got. He came, he deserves what he has. I got no issues with that. Got no issues with that. The other individual has a personal vendetta. Me, I got no issues. They already said what they said about me. I leave it at that. So you could say whatever you want to say, cause I know you're trying to make it about you. I get it. This is all I'm saying. I'm good. I'm good. Everything that's going on, I want things to get better. We got serious situations going on. And it's sad to see a serious breakup because the viewers now have to do what they have to do. You know? So I got no issues with you trending. Like I said, I got no issues with you. You have your own mind. And one thing about me, I say what I say. At the same time, I got no issues with nobody on the internet for the most part. You ladies gonna be who you are. You guys gonna be who you are. And that's it. Whoever y'all rock with, more power to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the other set individual had a chick on the panel asking for my pay stubs. That's out of pocket. I don't have nothing to say to him. Like he was off. Going to other women, you know, it's just not normal behavior. You know what I'm saying? I would not go that far. And that's good, trending. And that's good. That's good. That's good. More power to you. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. You, the viewers, is what keep the content creators going. Whoever you follow, whoever you listen to, whoever you support, you make us who we are. And you could take anytime. And that's why I'm saying I'm having this conversation, because guys and ladies that be crashing out, man, it's not good. Especially if you have a core audience. You got to go about it a certain way. And that's about it. That's about it. Yep. That's about it. So I got to do some research on this former YouTube CEO. And when I get the information, I'll put it out the video. And so basically, yeah, how long I've been on for? 36 minutes? Yeah, I ain't trying to be on too long. I got to do a lot of stuff right now. So, in closure, I saw Born Israelites video. He pointed out some great stuff. Someone told me about the video because he came on my channel. So I got no issues of him revealing my channel at all. You know what I'm saying? So he picked out important details because, like I told the other individual that crashed out, I said you cannot force people to do things because when you have a business, not everybody is going to invest in your business. I had a business. I know from having a business how long it took for people to invest in the business to get it off the ground. You cannot force people. And when you look at the situation, it was kind of like a forced situation. And when you think about the money, take it for a person that knows what he's talking about. When you do something from the heart, you do something from the love, the money will come. When you are focused on the money, it will blindside you of any relationship with anybody. Anybody. People with discernment will pull the actual support because if they see you do it to a particular individual like that, how are you thinking about others? And so when he reached out to Ringo, he should have had a perspective. Okay, brother, I came back. I can't do it. See, when you rush into something, it could cause you to look bad. And I told him before the fallout, with the guys, I told him you cannot rush, man. You can't rush into things that you got going on because everybody moves at a certain time. And so, me, I would have been like, hey, man, look, I don't do last minute things. However, let's have the conversation and then go from there. I don't do last minute things. People call me out the blue. He should have looked into it and say, it's just, it goes to show you that when business is involved, always have the conversation, have a clear mind. So-called black men have a clear mind. Because when I went into my business, I had a clear mind. And when I dealt with certain people, I heard what they had to say, they heard what I had to say, and then eventually the ball starts rolling. When you are thinking about the money now, it's going to create a problem. If you are in a situation, because everybody goes through a bond situation. Everybody goes through a bond situation. Sometimes once, sometimes twice out of the year. It could be multiple times. People go through a bond situation. Content creators go through bond situations. So if that was the case, then definitely you should handle what you got to handle before helping somebody else. Because now, that's not good business. And so, when people crash out, it's more of guilt and it's more of they realize they made a mistake and they go crazy. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful with people. You got to be careful with people, man, because the people you think really for you could be against you. And then when King came in my chat and told me what he did, what they said about me at the UPS Farms, UPS Farm, whatever the case may be, call about me staying in a better hotel than what he was staying at. I'm like, that's crazy, man, because I kind of knew I could feel the attention, yet I didn't come there for that. I just happened to find the place I wanted to stay at because I had the funds to do it. Not because of only somebody else's support, because I have a contract I was doing at the time. So yeah, it's about money with certain people. You gotta watch out for people like that. Because when you rush something and God is not involved, Born Israelite is correct. When you rush something, God is not involved. That goes for anybody, man, woman. That goes for anybody. When you rush something and God is not involved, it doesn't work out. That is true. He's right about that. Everybody, that it goes for anybody. When you rush something, it does not work out. And I won't ever forget the conversation I had with Zax a while back. Anytime you rush something, it does not work out. That's it. That's even in the scriptures. And I can't record the scripture. However, people do things and out the blue, out the rush. That's when you gotta have that conversation because something is going to be an issue, and there's always an issue. That's why I tell people, don't tell me anything at the last minute unless it's an extreme emergency. A extreme emergency, because extreme emergencies happen. And so, what's up, GMT? What's going on? What's happening, man? Let me cause you see what happens is when you're not in the building for a long time, they remove. Let me put you back on. Let me put you back on to the thing. Hold on. Okay, you good to go. Yeah, so GMT could tell you himself. I don't like to rush into things, man, because it does not pan out well for anybody. So you, the viewer, could learn from this. You could learn from this. And so, yeah, yeah. You can't force someone to support you. You can't force people to do things when they got their situation going on. And so, you want things to happen at a certain time. Yeah, you gotta realize people are not going to jump onto anything because you say so. Even on the internet, because nobody knows nobody really until you meet. And even when you meet someone, you don't know that person 100%. That's another thing. Even when you meet someone on the internet, you don't know that person 100%. You know certain things about them and you paying attention. Yes, you don't know them 100%. So, yeah, yeah. So GMT, man, what's going on? You still in the chat? What's going on? I don't see what's funny. What's funny? You know, it's a weird dude. It's a weird dude, right? It's a weird dude that tagged me. Listen here, it's nothing funny. I gotta get rid of this thing. Let me see how can I get rid of it. I have to find out how to get rid of that emoji stuff. Okay, now it's gone. Cause I ain't got time for that. So content creators, content creators, hear me out. This is what I learned. You can't force people to do things they don't want to do. And you got to make sure that you both is in the clear of what's going on, what's happening. Because any misunderstandings can cause a friendship that would not ever be repaired. Will not ever be repaired. It will not ever be repaired. GMT, that was not the agreement though. The thing though, I hear what you're saying, GMT. Here's the thing though, right? When you listen to the tape, before the tape, right? New Breed supposed to have the conversation, a brief about the situation. Let me ask you this, GMT. If you call me, right, and we coast to coast, you call me out the blue. First of all, I'm going to let you know respectfully, GMT, why are you calling me out the blue about a situation of you need help? I'm going to ask you, is there anybody else that could help you? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. The first thing I'm going to ask you is anybody can help you. Well, I ain't got no help because of such and such. I'm going to be like, hey, look, man. I'm busy right now. I got things I got to do with my life. And I can't help you. That's all New Breed had to say. I get what you're saying. That was not how Ringo went about it, though. So he went about it in a brotherly thing. And I'm going to tell you a testimony, right? Let me tell you a testimony. Let me explain something to you, GMT, with this currency. If I help you and you didn't look out for me, let me tell you, I helped somebody out, right? I didn't ask them for anything. I kid you not. The next day, the Lord is my witness. I did a show. I would say about 25, 30 minutes. And the person I helped, I said, no, I don't want anything from you because I'm doing this because you needed the help. Man, the money that came in, I was very shocked, GMT. Sometimes you could do something for somebody without money. As long as you got the services for me, I'm good. I'm good with that. And I have done that many times. I have done services without asking for anything. Sometimes the person will give it because they're like, hey, man, because you came out your way. It's cool. To be a true friend, GMT, it doesn't always have to be about money. It doesn't always have to be about money. Now, what New Breed should have did is say, this is why I would have came in and said, hey, Ringo, is everything in the truck? Because according to New Breed, he thought he was going to be the driver. I would have said, hey, Ringo, is everything in the truck? See, you got to have that conversation because if you don't, I mean, communication. Before I do anything with anybody, I'm having that conversation with you, and I'm gonna have a fine print before we get to that next step. so-called black people, communication is key. Communication is key. That's all. Yeah, V-Dub, right. It was going on for a minute though, before it spewed to what it is now. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Before it spewed to where it is now, it was going on for a minute. Of course, because he went on a woman's channel, so he's edging on the situation. Listen, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm just reporting the news. That's all I'm doing. Yes, GMT. Of course, because we know of why. Yes, yes. Yeah, it wasn't it. It wasn't his name. All I'm saying is this: can we both agree? I'm gonna ask you guys this question: are you going to do something the last minute? Are you going to do something the last minute? If one of you call me, V-Dub, GMT, I met V-Dub, I haven't met GMT. The point is, if you guys call me out the blue, I'm going to say, hey, man, look, bro, with all due respect, this is a last minute thing. What's going on? I need all details. I want all details clear before I agree, especially if I just came back home, because this does happen. People, yo, I haven't heard from you in a minute, man. Hey, yo, Rollo. I'm like, what's up? Hey, man, I need some help. Hey, fam, with all due respect, I just got in, taking care. I got some stuff to take care of. He like, yo, fam, I get it. Boom, look, Rollo, man. I know you're a busy man. I just need the help. I'm like, all right, fam, what the help we talking about? I need to know what's going on because I don't like last minute stuff. I do not, and I repeat clearly, I do not like last minute stuff for anybody. I like I said, that I hear you, GMT. That's between them. That's between them with their conversation. I'm just talking about what led. I don't know if you saw it. What led to the crash out? When Newbury, I saw the tail end on his secondary channel because the recommendation came through, and by the time I saw it, he took it down. By the time I tried to see what really happened, he took it down. And so Rufus saw it, Born Israelite saw it. I saw the tail end of it, and he took it down. So obviously he was upset. He admit he has that type of situation. Okay, so y'all say y'all won't do anything for your people for free? I got a question. I got a question for the both of you guys. You wouldn't do nothing for your brothers for free that you know for a certain time or you getting to know. You won't help a helping person for free. That's the question I have. Have you done anything for anybody for free? Okay, so my thing is, I'm not choosing sides. Let me make this clear. I'm not choosing sides. Because when I was with them, I could see the friction between them. I was there. I seen the friction between them. And when New Breed, right? He sent me a message. He said that they was going to take an Uber. He wasn't going to go to the bowling thing. The Lord is my witness. The message was they was going to meet at the bowling in the Uber because he wanted to go clubbing. New Breed wanted to go clubbing. See, they saying I came uninterrupt what they had going on. And I'm going to say this again. If I had anything uninterrupt what they had going on, they could have said, Rollo, we don't want to see you. That's all they had to say. Rollo, okay, you came back to North Carolina. You're on your own. And I would have been okay with that. If they didn't want to see me, they didn't have to see me. I would have been okay with that. I hear you, GMT. That's the conversation that New Breed said he thought he had with Ringo. Ringo saying with the receipts otherwise. With the receipts that's why I'm saying New Breed should have had the conversation with him and make sure that is it going to be anything outside of the flight ticket. You gotta understand. Communication is key. I get what you're saying. I'm not choosing sides. I'm just dealing with the evidence. If you guys call me, I'm gonna have something in printing, in writing, in recording. Because you know how this goes. You know how this goes, y'all. I will say this. I hear you. Hey, y'all, hey, GMT. I'm just saying, man, like, at the end of the day, both of them should have had a serious comment. New Breed should have had a serious comment because Ringo reached out to him first. New Breed should have made sure what he heard and stated and tell Ringo what's really going on and then go from there. And pull out. And Ringo would have had to find somebody else eventually. My thing is, money could trick you into your own blessings. Because if you're going there for the money, right? Let's keep it real, fellas. Have you had fallouts with people with money? Be truthful. Be truthful. Let's not play this game because what I'm going to do is keep it 100. Have not had fallouts with people with money? Have you not in friendships because of money? Be real now. Be real in the chat. Because any man say otherwise is a liar. When I worked for a certain place, they didn't pay me, I walked out. Why? Because they told me what was going on. So money has caused a lot of friendships. When money is involved, it causes a lot of friendships. Friendships is hard to get by. Money is not hard to get. I'm going to say it again. Friendships is hard to go by. Money is not hard to get, y'all. Take what I say. Don't get upset with me. Take what I say with a grain of salt because it's real. Friendships is hard to get. Money is not hard to get, y'all. I haven't got to that situation. I haven't got to that situation because I have not ever asked anybody to help me move. I have not ever have anybody help me to move. And if I did, I will make sure they're good. I will make sure they're good. The services will be taken care of. They have foods, they have drinks, they have a place to stay, and I will make sure they're good. Of course. Like I say again, how many times you help somebody and that caused you to lose your friendship? Answer the question. We have seen many fallouts in society because of money. People have fallen out with each other because of money. It's hard to get a friend. It's not hard to get money. I'm going to say it again for the 100th or more time. It's hard to get friends. It's not hard to get money. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. It's harder to keep a relationship with the opposite sex. Oh, I got a good one for y'all. It's harder to keep a relationship with the opposite sex if the money ain't flowing in. Take the money off the table. Let's see if that person gonna stay with you for you. That's very rare. Somebody gonna stay with you if your money ain't right. Tell me if I'm lying. People walk away from you when your money ain't right. When your money right, everybody want to talk to you. Woo! When your money right, everybody's your friend. When you ain't got the funds you used to have, when you ain't got certain things popping, where's everybody at? And that's what you see what's going on right now. That's what you see what's going on right now. Are you friends with that person because you friends or because they have money? Answer the question. Would you be my friend if I had no money? Y'all will talk to me like a dog if I ain't had no money. Oh, look at that broke Rollo. He broke now. Man, he used to have a lot of money. All of a sudden, he ain't got no money. That dude broke. Don't you talk to Rollo, girl. Hey, girl, I know you might have a thing for Rollo, but man, he ain't got no money like he used to. He ain't popping like that, girl. And you gonna listen to the dude or another woman. Money is not hard to get. Friendships is hard to get. And I'm going to tell you something. Friendships go a long way than money. Because money comes and go, y'all. Money comes and go. I've seen people have businesses together in corporate America and they separated because one person had one more dollar than the other person. To whoever is viewing, you don't have to like me. You may not support me. You may not hit the cash app. You may not hit the super chat. You cannot debunk what I said. Somebody can have one more dollar than the other individual and end their friendship because he has more money. He's living good and you're not living good right now. That's why I always, when I see people move, I'm always excited. And I want them to do better. They may not take it that way. They may think I'm jealous. I have nothing to be jealous about because I've been in mansions. I've been in cars. I've been in different cars. I've been different places in the world. I have nothing to be jealous about. Nothing with nobody. Yeah, it could be somebody you think is more cooler. It's always been the one that's jealous of you. That's all I'm going to say on that. You know, what I learned from this whole thing, is that it's harder to get a friend. It's easy to make money. And you're gonna have a lot of content creators who watch they ain't gonna shout me out. Of course they're not gonna shout me out. They're gonna be, oh, I came up with it. I know y'all. Even the ones who cannot stand me. They don't have stand me. They seem to be more realistic. Say, yep, I'm not with Rollo. I don't rock with Rollo. One thing he's right about, he's making sense on that. I gotta give him that. He's right about that. You don't have to be cool with me. You don't have to talk to me no more. At the same time, it's harder to get a friend. Because if no money was involved, do you think New Breed would talk to Ringo? Or anybody if no money was involved? That's the question you have to ask. I talk to people whether they have money or not. Anybody that knows me, I talk to people whether they have money or not. I talk to them to get to know them, not what they have. If they support it, that's different. But let me tell you something. That's when you're going to learn about people. So, from what he said, Grandmaster Troll, he said, I think it was $1,000 to go to New York, the flight for him and his wife, and $700 to go home. If I'm not mistaken, something like, so let's just say about close to $2,000 in total. Transportation, that's about it. Food and other stuff was included, supposed to be included. He paid for a hotel, and the flight was close to $1,000, and going back home, according to New Breed, was $700. $1,000, he gave him back $300 for the misunderstanding. That's all I know. You got to do your research, and if you're going to talk about it, you talk about it. You already talked about it in my chat. So, hey, I'm going to get on out of here. If you want to support the Cash App is $Rollo954. Hit the like button, share the video. I'm out. Peace.